I have a question for you. Does Alyx Vance love Gordon Freeman? I'm not asking if Gordon loves her, because Gordon, fundamentally, is not a person. He doesn't have a character, he doesn't have a personality. He's just the vessel for the player. Everything he does is dictated by what the player wants and by what the game says. If I tell Gordon to jump into a pit, he will do that. Even in universe, he's just controlled by the G-Man. So Gordon can feel anything for anyone, only the player could. But does Alyx love him, want a relationship with him? It seems to be the common opinion online because, well, male and female protagonists. Even characters in the game seem to hint at it, but is it true? Because I don't think so. Here's all the moments in the games where it's hinted in any way at them being a thing.
There's nothing Gordon can't handle, with the possible exception of you.
Dad, please. Gordon, we haven't known each other very long, but I know you didn't have to do this. I had to rescue my father, but you... Well, thanks for coming after me. Do your worst, Gordon. But be careful. Gordon! I was so worried. Gordon, I wish there was something else I could do to help. Hurry back. Looks like you saved our lives again.
Go on across, Gordon. She's waiting for you. You lucky dog, you.
Fantastic job, Gordon. You're my new hero.
Yeah, well, that's good, because, well, now that the suppression field's down, we all have to do our part.
Dad?
Can you blame an old man for wanting grandkids?
So, what can we learn from this? Alyx evidently cares for him and is worried about him and his safety. She's a bit cheeky and flirty towards him, but is also like that with everyone else. She is affectionate towards him, like hugging him, but she also kisses other people like Kleiner and the Vortigons. And yet everyone seems to ship them, even in the game. But they don't really interact much in general. In Half-Life 2, it's only really near the end. In Episode 2, she's out cold for most of it. And Episode 1 is where most of the examples come from, but that's only one game. What do we know about Alyx? Alyx lives under Combine regime, so she doesn't have as much freedom as you or I do. Even though she lives a pretty free life, like getting to wear her own clothes and having her own place and having friends and family in her life who would never leave her, most of her friends might get deported or killed, and she doesn't have that many friends her own age, in Half-Life 2 at least. There's some moments in Half-Life Alyx that hint at her having more friends, but that's it. So she might have never even had the time to really explore her romantic feelings. I mean, you don't see any couples in Half-Life 2 anyway, with a few exceptions, as the Combine break them up intentionally. Sure, Alyx is slippery, but if her current partner gets deported, she might not be able to stop that. Hell, she might even be into women, but never had the chance to find out. Now, I have to say that unfortunately there are far too many people these days who are stuck in that exact same position as Alyx, so I can't speak on that topic with confidence, and you should take it with a grain of salt. This is just a silly Half-Life video, alright? I just wanted to point out that she doesn't exactly have the most stable environment. Gordon, on the other hand, means a lot to her, for several reasons. For starters, he's someone she can trust and rely on, so he represents stability. He's also someone that everyone else trusts to save the planet, so he represents hope. And he's someone who has shown to live up to that trust, so he represents real change. She feels strongly towards him and doesn't want to lose him for those reasons. The thing is though that she might not know what those feelings are though, because she could never explore them. So what she experiences as hope for the future, she might interpret as love and attraction. This might also mean that she doesn't want to explore these feelings with him lest she ruin something and jeopardize the future of humanity. I mean, it's hard to work together with someone who really feels something for you but whom you don't feel anything towards, so she might be holding back. She might even feel inadequate next to him because he's been hyped up by everyone. I mean, he's still the same exact person 20 years later. He's like this mythological being. And meanwhile, she has to stay behind while Gordon does all the work, and even then ends up getting captured or killed. She even says it herself, "I wish I could do more." So there might even be guilt involved, like she feels like she has to be close to him, if not more, just because he's the quote hero. On top of that, Alyx might even misinterpret Gordon's actions. I said earlier that everything Gordon does happens for the sake of the plot, and not because he wants it to. I mean, it's impossible for us to tell what he wants because we control him and he never acts on his own. And the same might go for Alyx. So when she sees him at the end of the Citadel, she might assume that he's there to rescue her and Eli, but that's not true. That's just how the level works. So her view of Gordon is also very one-dimensional, since she'll never get why he does the things he does. And that could also lead to her being hesitant, because she doesn't really know him. He just appeared out of nowhere one day and that's it. So in conclusion, no, there is no romantic attraction, at least not overtly. There's a few moments where it gets close, like where she blushes a bit maybe, or chuckles to herself, but she always keeps him just out of reach. Close, but still far enough away to have a healthy distance. She definitely admires and on some level worships him, but she tries to downplay it. Now, I'm a hopeless romantic. I will ship anyone with anything. I would ship two bugs next to each other on a leaf. But even I can't say there's anything going on between them. If I hadn't experienced more media with romantic partners, I might have said there's something there, but I just can't. I mean, Wolfenstein: The New Order, yes. Twilight Princess, hell yes. Nier Automata, absolutely. This, there's just not enough there. Now, something might happen in the future, but not while a war is still going on. And the thing is, Alyx is very strong and independent, so she doesn't really feel the need for romantic love to get through life. She has other things to hold on to, like her friends and family. And she can hold on to Gordon as a hope for humanity. And from a story perspective, we don't even need a relationship. We care about these characters because they're well written and because they do good things. But if we go by Epistle 3, which is not in any way how the story concludes, I do like the idea of her going with G-Man at the end and leaving Gordon behind. It's like we could have had a romance eventually, but things are yet again outside our control. And that really fits with the themes of the first and second game. But what do you think? Do you think there's anything going on between them? Maybe there's something I missed. I don't know. I just don't think there's really any love or attraction that's overt in the games. But I'm really curious to hear what you have to say. And I guess we'll find out in Half-Life 3 when that comes out next year, which is guaranteed. I have confirmation on that. I have a big paper here that says yes on it. Okay, bye.